morning, YouTube pipe community. This is Smarty Bob here in central Indiana, where it's 40 some degrees. I'm smoking my Bob Ross mic from Old Man Things pipe. Some Carter Hall. And using my tamper from Brody Joe. And I'm drinking some coffee. Who knows? Somebody knows the brand of that coffee, but I forgot it. Listen, sitting out here on my patio today. It's about 40 something degrees, and or 30 something degrees. You're going to get to 47, 48. This way is south, east, west. People think the sun, and all this depends on where you are on the globe, but here in central Indiana, our sun rises in the east and sets in the west, but really it don't rise directly from the east or directly in the west. In those winter months, the sun rises from the east, southeast, and goes to the west, northwest. And I don't know whether I got those coordinates right, but it comes from the eastern southerly and goes this way. It therefore puts this sunshine on the houses and yards. December 21st is going to be our longest daylight day here. Again, depending on where you are on the globe. And it's the shortest daylight day. And I think that means June or July is the longest. But the sun will actually rotate. The sun will go back this way. Now really it's not the sun rotating, it's the earth rotating. Well, enough of this astrological stuff. I'm sitting out on my back porch. There's a little slough through here. The golf course is right there. I'm sitting in the Valley of Death. A week or so ago, this neighbor over here died. It was a female. She was only in her latter 60s, early 70s. Over there, next to her in that house over there, a guy died about 10 days ago. He was in his early 70s. Next to him, which is the last house before you're right on the course, the guy died about a month ago. And he was in his latter 60s, early 70s. So I come out here and I feel like I'm in the Valley of Death. Well, just wanted to come out today. Wanted to smoke my new pipe. Use my new tamper. And I stayed up late last night watching too many videos. I watched a lot of newbies, and I may link the newbies But you know, there's some well-known users or well-known presenters out there, channels out there, that we ought to go back and take a look at. Not necessarily for the knowledge device you're going to get from them, but from the entertainment device. An example would be ENA's dad. Go check out, click on his channel, go to his videos, and go back. And I think it's about a year ago. Check out his ode to the codgers. He's playing a guitar. He wrote this song. It's about pipes and cob pipes and tobacco and codgers. It is entertaining. It is so good. And sometimes I think when you got some classic presenters, you want some entertainment, go back and check some of those guys out. Well, I'm not wearing my flat cap today. I actually needed the sun, or the protection from the sun on my eyes. But as you can see, the shadow, I'd have to go down like that to protect my eyes. Well, yesterday's just a memory. Tomorrow's just a promise. Just had another thought. My wife got back from her cruise, Caribbean island, and some of those places yesterday. And she brought me back a wonderful, beautiful men's ring. I got to get it resized. And she brought me back some real Cuban cigars. Here in the United States, we got a ban on the stuff from Cuba, which I hate. We act like China's our enemy. And we can't wait to import enough stuff from China. But the little island down in Cuba down there that, by the way, at one time was considered part of the United States territory, but not for very long, and we give it up. They still got great cigars and great tobacco, and I know they've planted those plants elsewhere, and the cigar people will tell you it's just as good. Greta, shut up. But that's a matter of opinion. But anyhow, you go on these cruises, and you stop at these foreign ports, and you can pick up real Cuban cigars in these cigar shops. Now, these people that run these cigar shops, they're smart enough to recognize the Americans that come in off these cruise ships. And of course, the tourists only get to the port cities. And when the Americans buy the cigars, the real Cuban cigars there, they ask them, are you taking them back to the States? And then they say yes. And they said, well, we have these special banded cigars that allows you to get past your security. Otherwise, you get stopped at your customs, and they take a look at the Cuban cigars, and it's contraband, and it's taken from you, confiscated. what's ironic about that is it's the American customs that'll confiscate your Cuban cigars. And what do? They take it home and smoke it or give it to dad or anyhow, that's one way you can get real Cuban cigars into the United States. Another way is knowing somebody down there in Havana that'll send you some cigars via Mexico City, then up in the United States. But those also will be marked for U.S. entry. I haven't traveled that way for years, and I don't know whether there's now a U.S. customs restriction on how much tobacco you could bring into the United States. I'm sure if it was over so many ounces or so many cigars, it would have to be declared as some kind of agricultural product. Well, guys, this video is going to be spliced and respliced, and boy, it's a wonderful sunny day out here. It's getting time for Christmas. Yesterday was a memory. Tomorrow's just a promise. I'm going to sit out here probably for another 30 minutes or so. I packed this pretty good and enjoy my pipe. You all have a good day. And now somewhere is a clicker. No! No!